Okay, and the next question is from Oluwatobilola on Twitter, and the question is, why you nominated your lockdown roommate, Pharmsavi?
Okay, so that wasn't on purpose at first, and the fact that happened was I was the HOH and I had to choose in between level 1 and level 2. So apparently I bonded with Pharmsavi. He's my G. I don't know if that's the same vibe right now, but I got love for Pharmsavi. We were disturbing the hotel room during our lockdown. It was love.
Hello beautiful people, how you all doing? Good day and welcome to Paul's One-on-One BBNaija edition, brought to you by Guinness. My name is Rachel Isaac, and today on this sit down I have here with me the man who came to the show today with plenty swags. With the way he is dressed, he brought plenty chefs. I'm talking about none other than BBNaija season 7 housemate Eloswag.
Yeah. Eloswag.
Eloswag.
Hi. You're looking nice.
Wait till be your plan, go. Tell me.
I don't have plans though. I'm just being rainy though.
Open chests, wear white, wear say the clothes na see-through, you wear open
I
chests.
don't even have pants. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
So how's it been since you left Biggie's house?
So coming out from a place you've been isolated for 57 days is actually really hectic. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed myself, I won't lie. But it was nice. It was a very nice experience for me. BBNaija is like or would I say an uplifting platform. It just like has changed this person you're looking at. Before I was just like a normal TV presenter and whatnot, a DJ, dancer, artist. But now look at me, people know my name. Wow.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so did you have a strategy going into Biggie's house?
Apparently, I thought I did, but actually didn't. I didn't actually go into the house with a strategy. I came there just being myself. Like that was what I wanted to do, just be myself. That was it. Okay,
so you're one of the people that you were supposed to leave earlier. I mean, yourself, Chumsy, and Joey. So in that moment where Big Brother said that you had been evicted, and then the next thing you found yourself in another house, what was running through your mind? Because I know that there was a part of you that said, calm down, let's not react here, don't be too excited, don't be negative. But what exactly was going on in your head in that moment?
So apparently I already knew we were going home. So I think we had that diary session upstairs, and Biggie was like, what if this week's nomination is fake? What if this nomination was for fake evictions? I clocked it because I watched some clips before coming to the house where that was last season. It was Angel and Perry. They were fake evicted out of the house, and they left. So I was like, oh my god, fake evictions never actually make it to the finals. I'm like, oh okay, I'm going home. But I was not knowing the day exactly that we're meant to go, but I just knew that we're going home. So that was it for me.
All right, so in your opinion, what compels relationships in the house?
What compels? Please, could you break down that word compels?
Why do people feel the need
to be in a relationship?
Yes.
It was really tiring. Okay, so at first I felt like Chichi in the first week was mostly pushing out ships. This is the ship I want to see. And I was like, now our level was just about ship. I was just so confused and I was fed up because I knew that to make the house some type of way, you wouldn't have access to people. And they eventually played out and it affected our level in some ways, I guess. So chips are nice. Maybe that's what they came in to do, or that's how they came. I don't know. Some people came with strategy, myself, I don't know. But I was just there on my own. I want to enjoy this process. I'm inside the house. Coming outside, win or lose, I'm a brand now, so like, thanks be to God. That's it for me.
All right, so based on what you just said now, would you say that it influenced some of your relationships or friendships in the house?
Yeah, somewhat, because people were more would I say hiding? We didn't see characters. Maybe the camera was showing you guys the characters, but in the house, we did not see them. Like people will be in the room, people will be in the lounge. So it's more like you have to actually be paired with somebody that's like your best friend or you're talking to, stuff like that. That's how it was for me in the house.
So that's like it was for you in the house.
Inside the house is actually different from outside the house.
Okay, so now that you're outside, how many of those relationships would you say are real?
Who am I to talk on the realness?
Because you know all the things that we don't know.
Okay, so apparently inside, I would say all of them were real to me inside.
Okay.
Outside, I feel because it's the outside world and their what's the word?
It's fine. Find the word.
I actually have
It's
to
a
find
call.
it. So people are having perceptions about what's happening inside, but it is shown outside that this is what's happening, and it's now like clashing because what I saw inside is not the same thing I'm seeing outside. Do you get? So
what is different, really? What is different?
It's more of a balanced vibe in the house. So when we get to see the people in relationships, they're all lovey-dovey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's mostly loved up. They're doing stuff for each other, and I felt that was genuine. So coming out, I'm seeing a different, but like it's the show. It has to be very interesting for you to. You can't depict what is really happening inside. So that's how it is, and I think that's really brilliant.
Okay, so are there any shapes that you're rooting for?
All of them. Yeah.
This answer, I lie.
So
the
thing
not
is,
be waiting one talk.
No, for real.
Talk.
All of them, because I think I mostly said I feel people were not being real in the house sometimes. Like, let's see how you will be outside the house. So they were showing some reality in the house. I want to see if we move far outside the house, because there was lovey-dovey. Like inside,
we see it sometimes.
Not,
we just
not
feel
all
like
the
it's
time.
a mix of both. But in the house, it's all the time.
It is. We were not seeing what you guys were saying. So inside again,
this thing that you're saying, I don't want to mention.
No, but it's true. Like I did see what you guys were seeing for real. But I felt like they were actually genuine relationships in the house. I didn't even know that people were just being friends too. So it was like that playful vibe. If you are not close to the people that are in the relationships, you will not know what they discuss about. But you are outside. You do get. So it's very hard for us to tell what's real and what's fake.
Just like your relationship with Chauncey. No, we saw some backup moments. Like there's some things in there. The head of house lounge. Like there are some things we were seeing.
What do they call it? What do they call it? Bubble bath. Y'all have bubble bath.
Now what's happened?
Most definitely.
This was too close.
If they were
connections,
if it was close, nah, there was no
something.
skin to skin anything. If there was skin to skin, norms now, you know, say you did for real. Yeah, so there was no skin to skin. I ain't Rema, but skin to skin, there was no skin to skin.
All right, so let's move away from that quickly. So did you ever suspect Cheesy and Rachel as riders? Did you suspect them to be riders at any point?
Every time.
Every time?
Since we merged. Before we merged, when we were upstairs. Because it was more of, for me, it was more of Rachel's behavior.
Okay.
She was trying to trigger me over bathroom. I was like, how is this normal? I'm like, something's off. And there's this staring she does. She just stares at you, or you don't know what she's thinking. She has this, there's this when someone's like,
yeah.
I'm like, I do not understand it. I was trying to get to the level. I'm like, why is your eye like this? Why is it like as if you're plotting something?
Yeah.
Then as for Cheesy, he comes and, you know, we're still on level 1, level 2. Then there were comments that he's saying this and that, trashing the level and whatnot. And like, it was his confidence for me was too confident. You get? When we merged, it was like, okay, the first day was trying shouts here, try to do the Cheesy Bella thing, they fought. Like,
you understood the assignment.
Yeah, like it was
you could see through him like he was playing a task, or he had a game. Yeah, he had
so, and there were weird times when Biggie would call them to the diary room. I even clocked Deji's on. I was sitting there in that diary room toilet, and I'm like, wait, though, the first person that said they wanted to move to level 2 was Hermes. Where did this Deji story cook up from? I was like, something is Deji's fake. That's what I said in toilet, and I walked out and I'm like, that Saturday or something, they said, the next big housemate was Deji. But I did not know about Modella. That one I couldn't tell because we weren't in the same level, but she had this character when she came in.
I've been another TDC.
No,
you're sure.
I'm
because
serious,
you didn't see what you did. You're like, Modella, I couldn't tell. So maybe you were blinded by something else. Okay. Maybe it was the body.
So, but that was mostly it though. I think a day before, or that day we were supposed to go, go home actually.
Yeah.
The day I just sat down on the table and I'm like, nah, Cheesy and Rachel, you guys are fake. I just knew like they're just looking. Cheesy, he had this smile when and he was so mellow when he had vibes with me. I'm like, this is not the person I met. Like, who is this Cheesy? Who is the Cheesy that? Nah, man. So I actually believe he was a nice guy. When I first came in, like this guy didn't like. I had this feeling like this guy just didn't like me. I'm like, what did I do to this guy? Later, I just found out that he was actually a sweet guy. But then again, I just felt nah.
Yeah, there must be something else.
Yeah.
All right. So how much did you win from your participation in tasks?
Apparently, I don't know. I've not checked on that.
But at what point did you stop counting? At how much? You know, there's a part of 4 million.
No, I was always saying that I have 4 wins.
4 wins. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you said 4 million.
I don't know.
So you didn't count. You didn't check at any point.
I wasn't.
Even now that you're out of the house,
I've not checked.
If that me as I come out, I don't be like, who they run the thing? How much I don't win? Make I know.
I've
So you've not
checked.
checked.
No.
Oh, this is you. I know you. You've been calm since you go check. If you say you don't check,
No, but for real, I've not checked. I don't know how much I have. Like for real.
Oh,
I don't even know how many games I have won. I only know that I won 2 HOHs. I don't even know if that's
Yeah.
counted. So like,
yeah. So who are you rooting for to win the money?
I've said it a lot of times. It's Hermes,
Okay.
but I clocked that Finan brand might actually win the show because there are some things I saw.
Like,
I see things.
You want to
in the
share some
house.
of those things with us?
People were saying I saw a techno phone, blah blah blah. Oh my god. But I shall saw things. Let's say I'm the CEO of the house.
Or you have to
Okay,
see and
okay.
tell us the things that you saw. You can't share some of those things
I can
with us.
actually. So in the what do they call it party? The Saturday night party.
Yeah.
There was this vibe. The first DJ played Brown's song. Brown was not up. They only played Brown's song for my calculation when he's up for eviction. Then the second DJ also played the song. He was not up. I'm not like, okay. Then there was a vibe with the first DJ. She was like, I fuck with you. When Fina and Chichi were mostly dancing in front of her. I'm not like, nah, something don't so.
It don't
I
suck,
just
oh. It does
guys,
suck.
just get ready that we don't be parked back. That was what it came to.
Okay, Swag, thank you for being a part of this show. So what should we expect from you in the nearest future?
So a lot of entertainment. Before I came on the show, I was a presenter for a TV station, and I think maybe nowadays or now as the journey is going, more open doors. See, there are open doors in Pulse. Pulse is interviewing me. Guys, I've carried my video before, but no, but yeah, no vibes. That's how it is.
So it's like the way you're saying it now is like you're interviewing so that you won't come and collect my work.
No, no.
Because I'm not understanding.
There will be some small bit. From there, just be growing. God can
Shall we hiring?
Say yes.
All right, up next is the fan zone segment. On this segment, your fans have put out questions and they want answers to those questions. So let's go. The first question is by real_boss_JJO on IG, and it says, at what point did you realize that Chomzy still loves groovy?
At what point did I realize that Chomzy still loves groovy? So it was shaky for me because I always wanted to know the conversation that happened upstairs, and it was still very shaky from that point because I didn't know the conversation. So then there were some movements. You see the eyes. You see, like, I knew that probably people didn't want me to be with Chomzy. It was like
people didn't want you to be with Chomzy.
Like maybe guys. I think I had that feeling now. So I'm like, it's a normal vibe. If the bunny is for me, she's for me. If she's not, then that's fine. Like, I cannot kill myself.
Cannot kill yourself.
I tried, you get. So.
Last. Okay, and the next question is from Oluwatobilola on Twitter. And the question is, why you nominated your lockdown roommate, Pharmsavi? Okay,
so that wasn't on purpose at first. And the fact that happened was, I was the HOH and I had to choose in between level 1 and level 2. So apparently I bonded with Pharmsavi. He's my G. I don't know if that's the same vibe right now, but I got love for Pharmsavi. We were disturbing the hotel room during our lockdown. It was love. So, but I was really pained when that even happened. I don't know if they showed my tears though. That's possible that they didn't show it, but like the thing with that particular nomination was I had to pick level 1 or level 2. I stayed with level 1 for like the longest of time, and I felt like I had like so much emotional connections with everybody in level 1 because I fought with them, reconciled, we've done this. There was the first HOH, I really bonded.
Yeah.
I gathered the team, coordinated them and whatnot. Then I go into the diary room and Biggie says, you have to choose between level 1 and level 2. I was like, I think my face changed. I don't know if that was, I was like, what's happening? And I'll call down. Apparently, I had my own list of strong people.
Yeah.
But there's this thing we do in the house. We actually pass the paper around for people to vote. And people were putting up my roommate's name. I didn't complain because people actually put their other roommates' names because they felt they were strong and whatnot. And I felt like maybe Pharmsavi should know his strength too at that point in time. That was my own genuine reason. I didn't know Modella was not even a real housemate at the time, like because she kept on, so it was so many things you won't know when you're on the inside.
True.
And many things were not shown too when you're on the inside.
True.
So on getting there, I had to nominate 7 instead of 5. So the list was very long. And it was either level 1 or level 2. How will I know how many people are going if I put up level 1? So it might have been 7 of them, 5 of them. So it was just really confusing for me. I just stuck with let's continue this vibe of level 2.
Yeah.
I know it would have felt really tough because I
you
couldn't.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
I couldn't
when
breathe.
He was here.
I could not breathe. Like I was weak for. I think that week. I think that was what even made me mellow when we merged.
Yeah.
There was this. I just felt man.
It's okay. I'm sure you understand. All right, so let's go to the final question. It's by Arinze Oluchimere on Facebook, and she says, "Ask him why they always do amebo with ladies."
What sort of amebo do I don't remember that. But I know I was always just telling the ladies, okay, ladies will come and tell you just now. You drop your ear. It's like, you can't push it away. There's nothing to do in the house. You don't have phone to press. You're not watching TV. You only have your mouth to talk. And basically, the only people we're seeing is ourselves in the house. And you have to talk about yourself in the house. Why are people acting like they don't talk about other people? Well, I don't really care about some comments. That one is their yawa. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Eloswag. Thanks for being a part of the show. I wish you all the best moving forward. All right, guys, that is our show for you today. This has been Paul's one-on-one BBNaija edition brought to you by Guinness. If you have questions, let us know in the comment section below. My name is Rachel, Isaac. Until next time, see ya.
Bye.